My current salary is enough for me to pay my rent and pay my gas and eat.
Not die.
But since it's getting expunged in 10 years, or 6 years now, or sorry, I've been teaching for 3 years, 7 years. 7 years? Wait, 7. He's not very amiable or fun to be around, so I don't know.
I'm the life of the party.
Because I can't afford to pay student loans. What is the biggest piece of financial advice you would offer someone considering teaching?
Don't sign up for Amazon.
True. It's not in my best interest to pursue a master's program right now.
We gon' walk it out and mountains. And I'll rise like the day.
Hi guys, I'm Chelsea from Teaching in Pearls, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a K-6 elementary music teacher. It's nice to meet you, and I'm coming up on my 1 year in August of YouTubing. Okay, so I usually do classroom vlogs, but over the summer obviously I'm not in my classroom, so I'm doing lots of other different videos. And today I wanted to do this really, I don't know if fun is the way to put it, informative video, I guess, that I saw Megan from Too Cool for Middle School post. It's actually a collaboration with her and another YouTuber. I'll have both of their original videos linked in the description, but it's all about how we survive on a teacher salary and how much money we make as teachers. So I actually am here at my desk. I have my laptop because I'm going to have to pull up some information on the internet. Since I work for a public district, all of my salary information is like public record, and literally you can find out how much money I make by Googling it. But I'm going to go through all the questions on this list because I do think it's really interesting to hear everyone's perspective based on like where you live, how many years you've been teaching, what you teach, where you teach, all that stuff. So let's dive in. So don't judge me for being on my phone. She has all the questions listed in her YouTube description, so I'm going to refer back to those throughout the video. The first question is, what state or country do you live in? I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is an urban-ish city. It's very like diverse. We have very suburban areas, very urban areas. Not rural though, it is a city. I live 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati, which is like our main, like where you would see this city, what's it called? Skyscrapers, the city landscape, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, but I teach in a really, really urban part of Cincinnati. So I am the minority in my classroom. It's a Title I school. I am the music teacher, so I teach all 700, 6 to 700. It like fluctuates because of the transiency of the students, and I have about 20 white students, mostly African American, some refugee students as well from Nepal and areas around there, and a couple Latino and Latina students. I live here with my boyfriend in this lovely apartment. It is a 1-bedroom with a den. So this is our den. It's like a giant office space type thing. You can, like the model we saw had like a little day bed in it or something. You could use it for that. But essentially we have a kitchen, a laundry room with washer dryer, we have a dishwasher, a bathroom, a bedroom, this den, a living room area, and like an in-between area. Our apartment complex has a lot of amenities. We have a pool, we have a gym, we have a tanning bed, we have a like clubhouse that you can use, we have desk staff at the clubhouse. Anything that's broken they've replaced. So it's definitely a really, really nice apartment choice to live in. It's higher up on the scale of what you can pay for apartments in Cincinnati, but we figured since we're young, we don't have kids, and we're only going to be here for a couple years, this is like the time to live in a nicer apartment complex. And then at the end of this calendar year, actually, we're going to start looking at houses, so stay tuned. A single or double income household. So if you guys watch my vlogs, you know Brandon is actually a law student. He is going into his 3rd year, so that's the last year of law school. And then after that, it'll take him a couple months before he can take the bar, and then he'll get like a big boy job. Right now, we are a single income household. I am the income. I'm the sugar mama, as I like to call myself. He does have student loan like refund money right now, so that helps a little bit, and he uses that for the rent and stuff. So we split the rent, but as far as food goes and like any extra stuff we do, I just pay for it. We rent, it's an apartment, and my highest level of education is just a bachelor's degree. I have not taken any classes past my bachelor's. I graduated in 2015. I was thinking about enrolling in my master's this calendar year, but I'm really debating that now because That's a different topic for a different video. I don't want to go on a rant. So if you're interested in hearing why I think I'm not getting my master's, I can tell you that. Oh, Brandon's knocking. Brandon's home.
Hey, girl.
Do you want to say hi? It's like a sit-down video.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It's like about how I survive on a teacher income.
Is there food for this? I'm hungry.
Brandon. The second question is, does your education level affect your pay? Yes. So I have it up over here. I work at a district that uses a salary schedule. So it literally goes by years this way and by education level this way. So the more education you have, the more money you make. But keep in mind, the more education you have, the more money you owe for the education. So it's like a double-edged sword. But anyway, so I am pretty low. Well, actually, so it goes like this. So I'm pretty high on the salary schedule, meaning I don't cost a lot. If I had more education and more years, I'd be more that way. And I'll explain that more a little bit as we go on.
Except that was backwards for them.
Oh, yeah. So like this. Right?
Sure.
I don't know. That, whatever. You get what I'm saying, okay? How much did it cost for you to attain your degree? And are you still paying for your education? Not as much as you would think, and yes. I went to Kent State University. I actually got a lot of scholarships. Lots of scholarships. I got an honor scholarship, a School of Music scholarship. I got a scholarship my sophomore year because the School of Music board decided they liked me and they gave me more money from like a donor, which was awesome. I was very, very blessed in the scholarship department as far as I was like third in my class in high school, so I got a lot of academic scholarships coming in, and I got a lot of music scholarships because I don't know, I just did. I ended up owing Kent State at the end of 4 years. I think I owe a total of like $24,000, which is like nothing. And that includes, I took out a teach grant for all 4 years. And so how the teach grant works is if I teach in a Title I school, which I always have and probably always will because that's where like my passion is, as long as I fill out these forms, they will take that money away. I'm really bad at explaining this. But essentially, at the end of this teaching year, because it'll be my 4th year teaching at Title I school, a bunch of my loans will disappear because my teach grant's over. And then the rest of my loans will hopefully be expunged unless somehow our lovely leader of the country finds a way to ruin this. I should be grandfathered in to, what's it called, Brandon? Like government, I'm a government employee because I work for the state because I'm a public educator. And if I work in public education, student loan forgiveness, yeah, something. Yeah, something like that. So since I'm a public employee, if I work for like 10 years in the district that I'm in now, the rest of my loans will get expunged. And so the cool thing now is that I'm actually not paying for my loans. I'm on, it's cool but sad, I'm on income-based repayment, and I have been for the past 4 years. And every year you have to give them your tax information. And then they decide how much you can afford to pay. And every year that I've given them my tax information, they decide that I owe $0 because I can't afford to pay student loans. So my payment for the past 4 years monthly has been $0, which would be bad because it's obviously building interest. Because a couple of my loans are subsidized, most are unsubsidized though. But since it's getting expunged in 10 years or 6 years now, or sorry, I've been teaching for 3 years, 7 years. 7 years? Wait, 7. I just did this and said 7.
Almost.
I was really close. I don't teach math, thank God. But anyways, since it'll be expunged, it really doesn't matter that I'm collecting interest because it's gonna be. Where are you on your district salary schedule? So I already said this, but I'll just say it one more time. So I'm down, I'm down. I am cheap, Brandon said. I'm down 3 now. Well, 4, because it'll be my 4th year teaching. And I'm over 1. So I'm like pretty cheap as far as goes. Brandon's flossing right there, and that's really distracting. Do you supplement your income in any way? Yes, I have 2 other jobs. I am a children's ministry music director for a church that's like 5 minutes from my apartment. I make about $7,000 a year with that and get paid bi-weekly, which is really nice. That job, I think like contractually it's like 7 hours a week or something, but really how it works is like some seasons I'm really busy and some seasons I'm not as busy. This week is Vacation Bible School and I'm in charge of the music, so I'm more busy this week. but I'll have a little bit of a break in like August. I do a music camp in July. I do a Christmas musical, an Easter musical, a Mother's Day performance. So you understand, like basically around big holidays is when I'm most busy. So it's not really like a consistent amount of effort each week. It's like a lot of effort, and then sometimes I get little breaks throughout the school year, which is pretty nice. I'm also a online health and fitness coach through Team Beachbody. I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary with that, and that provides me more income than I make with my children's ministry music director position. Through that, it's all online and it's all at the time that I make for it, which is really convenient. So I obviously work on that more in the summer when I have free time and I'm bored, and a little bit less during the school year. So I make more than I do with that other job. If you want me to do a whole video on what I make as a coach, I can do that too, but that's like a long conversation. How much money does your district give you for supplies in the beginning of the year? And do they provide basic supplies throughout the school year? So my district, actually, this new district, this did not, I worked for another school district my first 2 years of teaching, and it was a completely different story. So I'm only going to talk about the district I'm in now, that I've been in for 1 year and I am going back to. They are extremely generous. We have a fine arts director who's in charge of all the music and art teachers in our district, because our district's humongous. There's like 74 schools in it, so it's pretty freaking big.
It's like the largest in the country, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised.
The biggest.
We do have like a really big district. So anyways, we have a guy who's literally in charge of the music and art teachers, and he does an amazing job. He got me 40 ukuleles with a grant just because I was like, it'd be cool to have ukuleles 1 year, thinking like 10 years down the road. He got them in like a month. I have a full set of Orff instruments, and then like randomly he'll be like, Chelsea, what do you need? So my district doesn't really give me like, here's $500 for supplies, but throughout the year, if I ask for stuff, usually I can get it. It's usually through grants and stuff, but he does a really good job at making those available for us. I have obviously bought a lot of stuff out of my own pocket. Copies have been fine. I've never had to provide printer paper or anything. I know some districts have to do that. I don't use a lot of like consumable supplies in my class. I try to avoid writing assignments and any type of written work just because it's a lot to keep track of when you have 700 students. But yeah, as far as music items, they really, really, really helped me out. They did give me $250 at the end of the year to spend. Brandon, can you not encourage the squeaking toy just while I'm doing this?
Okay, I did not.
You can play fetch, just not the squeaking toy. Thank you, everybody. Please put the squeaking toy away. Okay.
Everyone's here now.
No. This was supposed to be just me. What, Brandon? Well, you missed all the questions where they were about you and your income, so.
Are you live right now?
No, I'm recording.
Just recording.
Yeah, I'll edit it.
Questions about me?
Yeah. Like, are you a single or double income household?
Double. And 1.5.
One and a quarter. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't met this guy, his name's Brandon, and sometimes he steals my food and makes me pay for stuff.
I'm cute.
Are you? Can I tell them where your internship is or no? I didn't, but.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brandon's internship, which is really cool, he goes to the University of Cincinnati Law School, which I was just going to keep it all vague, but here we go. The dogs are being a little crazy. This is Bruiser. This is Gigi. He's 5 years old. She's 5 months old. She's a little bit bigger. Okay, so Brandon goes to University of Cincinnati Law School. He'll go into his 3rd year this year, and right now.
Final year.
3rd and final, yeah, I already explained all that. And right now, he is doing an internship with the UC Athletic Compliance Department, which is really fun. So he basically works with all the NCAA rules and stuff. And that could possibly open up into like a paid internship, but we don't know. So hopefully he's not burning too many bridges there. And I don't know. He's not very amiable or fun to be around, so I don't know.
I'm the life of the party.
Look how, like, they're so mad I picked them up. They're just, like, dead now. Do you have any additional deductions taken from your paycheck? Yes, I have lots of deductions taken from my paycheck. I have insurance taken. I have the teachers union, which is amazing, so I'm totally all about that. I also have, I actually don't know if you, I don't know if you knew that, but through Ohio, I'm going to benefit from the state teacher retirement system. So I actually don't need, like, I don't do a 401k or anything. I'll be pretty set up. Ohio's teacher retirement system is sort of awesome. But also, separately, I have a individual, like, savings account. It's like sort of a Roth IRA, but it's not. So half of my money goes straight into savings and half of it goes into like stocks and bonds that are all split up. So that's just an extra way that I'm saving. And then when I retire or when I leave teaching, or which I don't foresee myself doing, but if I did, I could like empty out that account. I just have that as a nice backup. And I put like 100 or 150 in there every paycheck, or every month, I think. So that's a pretty good chunk of change that's building up with interest, which is awesome. Do you feel like your current salary is enough for you to make ends meet? My current salary is enough for me to pay my rent and pay my gas and eat.
Not die.
And not die. So make ends meet, sure. I could make ends meet. We would never be able to do anything fun. I wouldn't be able to like go shopping ever, which I probably shouldn't do as much as I do now, but like I wouldn't have any disposable income at all. It would literally be rent, food, gas.
If any emergency ever happened, we'd be completely screwed.
Yeah, we would be completely screwed. And coaching, that income has really helped
Hanging
with
on by a thread.
Yeah, that has helped a lot with like paying for things. I bought Gigi with one of my coaching paychecks, and I get paid weekly from that job, which is really helpful. But yeah, since he doesn't work, we would be like, we wouldn't be able to have this apartment for sure, because this apartment, like I said, is expensive. I'm sure you're curious, so I'll just tell you because this is something else you could look up. We pay, with utilities and everything, like $13.50 a month. So like I said, it's definitely the higher end for renting, but we looked at other places that were more in the like 800, 900 ballpark, and they had no amenities. It was the bare minimum. Some of them didn't even have like laundry. So like I said, we decided we don't have kids. This is like the one time where we can sort of spend lucratively on an apartment. So we just did it. We have lots of parking lots like right outside. And we also like specifically our apartment, we are on the bottom floor within steps from the dog park that's in our apartment complex, which is so convenient, obviously, because we have 2 dogs. But secure parking was like the worst thing when we were looking at different apartments and stuff. Anything that wasn't like a complex, and most of the complexes are pricier, you would have to do like street parking and stuff. And in the city of Cincinnati, street parking is really crappy. So that was definitely an issue. How many months a year do you receive a paycheck? I get paid every 2 weeks, whole calendar year. In general, what are your major monthly expenses? I actually have a list of bills, so I won't read all the, like, exactly how much I spend on all my bills, because that would probably be really boring for you to listen to. But obviously the apartment, we split that. I have 2 Compassion children that I sponsor through Compassion International. That costs me $76 a month. But I've met one of them in person, and it's definitely a company that I think needs my money, and I love spending it, so I don't worry about that. I tithe to my church, but I don't tithe that much. I should tithe more. I pay my phone bill. I pay my car insurance. My car payment is not small, but I got a brand new car my first month of teaching. I was really happy to have a salary and be able to not drive a car, where I had always driven cars where like they literally would break down in the middle of the road. So I splurged and got a 2015 Kia Soul. Don't regret it. The car payment, I definitely need to like work on refinancing. That's been a goal of mine for literally 2 years, but I mean I just hate dealing with money. Like, I really hate dealing with money. We also have Netflix and Hulu, and I have Audible, but those are like the fees that I pay every month. Are there any financial goals that you're still working towards? So I actually don't worry about my student loans, because like I said, they should be forgiven in 6 years or 7 years, but I do have a credit card that I owe money. That's my big financial goal for this calendar year. Like before 2018, I want to have that paid off. And honestly, with my 3 incomes, I could do it. It's just a matter of me prioritizing to get it paid off, which I have not really done too well. But that's like the only debt I have, so I don't think that's too bad.
I can help you. I can change my Amazon password, and then you'll pay it off real fast.
Huh?
You said you wanted to prioritize it. If I change my Amazon password, you can't order so fast.
Okay. Knock it off, or you're out of the video. Brandon, when he gets out of school, on the other hand, is going to put us into a lot of debt because he has 4 years of undergraduate and 3 years of graduate as a law student. But fingers crossed, lawyers typically make a lot more than teachers, as much as he doesn't want to admit it. And he's a man, and in law and in the real world outside of teaching, men typically make more money teaching. So when I hear things about the wage gap, it's interesting for me, and like I have trouble like being opinionated about it, because as far as teaching goes where I live, like you just go by years and experience. Like it doesn't matter what gender you are, like you're gonna make the same as someone who's been teaching as long with the same education. But in his career, people can pay you whatever the heck they want to pay you. So fingers crossed.
There's pay schedules too.
Yeah, but they have more liberty too. It's not like like if you worked for the government type of law, probably more like salary schedule. But if you work for like a private sector, I'm sure they can change your salary.
I like your hair today.
Thank you. It's really hot outside, and I got lazy when I was braiding, so I was like, buns.
I like 2 little buns.
Thanks. Okay, last thing. What is the biggest piece? Oh, also big financial goals. We need to start saving because we want to get a house. So we need to have like 10 grand in savings to be able to get a house in like the market we want to, because we sort of want to stay in this neighborhood. We live near Oakley, I'll say, if you're from the Cincinnati area. We live really near Oakley. And it's expensive to live over here, but it's one of the nicer areas of town, and we want to stay here. I know that sounds bratty, but we just really like it over here. And it's only like 20 minutes from work, 20 minutes from UC. It's like 20 minutes from everywhere that we go, so it's very convenient. What is the biggest piece of financial advice you would offer someone considering teaching?
Don't sign up for Amazon.
True.
No Amazon
Don't
Prime.
get Amazon Prime. They make it way too easy for you to buy things all the time. Avoid Target.
Yes.
Specifically the dollar section. Just don't go.
Don't go to Marshall's
Don't
or
go to
Home Goods. Stay away from those also.
Just don't go to any stores ever. Just like Kroger, and just get your groceries. No, I would say definitely if you're going in your first year of teaching, before you go and buy all this stuff for your classroom, see what is provided for you from your district, because some districts are very generous, and some districts will even give money specifically to first year teachers. So look into that before you buy everything yourself. Personally, in the districts I've been in, it hasn't really been that way. Like I said, they take care of me with like my music instruments and stuff, which is a much bigger deal than me decorating my classroom. But definitely look into that before you spend your personal money. Save as much as you can. Open up one of these private savings accounts like I was talking about. My private savings account is through Voya, and I've had really good really good experiences with Voya. I've had the same financial advisor through that company for the past 3 years. He was able to transition my account when I got into a new district. No issues there. Like literally, I just had to sign another paper. So I would definitely say open one of those. Even if you're covered by a retirement system or something like I am, it does not hurt to have extra money in a savings account. Because also, if we ever have some like big thing, like something happened with our dogs or something this year while Brandon's still not working, and someone was in the hospital, I could take the money out of that personal savings account and use it. Like it's always there for me to take if I need it. Of course, I'm avoiding that because then you get less interest as the years compound, but like that's always something that is a safety net for me. I also would say, I don't even know how to talk about
saving money. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, like do you have any financial advice to someone going into like a teaching, like a low paying career as far as careers go?
Sign up for the income-based repayment plan.
Yeah. Yeah, sign up for the income-based repayment plan.
Don't try to be like noble and be like,
and like pay all your loans as soon as you can. Definitely research your opportunities for like the public loan. Oh, that's what it is, Public Loan Forgiveness Act. Yeah, that's what it's called, Public Loan Service Forgiveness Act or something like that. Look up all of your options for repaying your loans, and if there's any way that your government will take care of them. Also, if you're looking into getting into a master's program or something, talk to your district representatives, because I know our district has good relationships with like 2 universities here where you can pay like half the amount of tuition to get your master's and stuff. Okay, sorry that this angle changed, but I just had a freaking meltdown almost because it literally just shut off recording, and usually when it does that, the footage is gone, and we had been sitting here for like 27 minutes. Well, me and him like combined. I've also heard, like, this is obviously much more minimal, but I've heard of people saving all of their coins and all of their $5 bills. Like, I know that sounds really small, but if you did that for
has cash on them anymore.
Exactly. So that's why they like can remember to do that, to save $5 bills, and that obviously compounds if you're looking for a more small scale effort, which you can do. But it just shut off when I was talking about the master's program. I'm going to be very vague because I could talk about this for a really long time, but it's not in my best interest to pursue a master's program right now, especially because there's going to be a lot of life changes in the next like 2 years for Brandon and I, probably moving, getting married, starting a family. Brandon, I'm going to murder you if you don't knock that off right now. We are very like organized. Well, I'm a very organized planner person. So like we've been together for
you want to get married and you're just going to throw shade at me like that?
for 4.5 years, and people always ask me like, oh, if you're not engaged by this time, blah blah blah. But like we've lived together and we've also shared a bank account for almost 2 years now, so we're pretty much like in the trenches as far as we can get. So there's going to be a lot of other stuff.
I'm sure those people have great relationships too to be commenting.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people that comment, I'm just like, really, like, just be quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, everything we've done is like for a purpose, and I don't know when he's going to propose or something, but I can like assume it'll be in a certain period of time, and it's not like some like waiting game where I'm like sitting here every day wondering if
Surprise.
kill you. This actually be a really good time because I just got my nails done yesterday and we're like filming. You should think about that for the future. Anyways, there's gonna be a lot of changes in the next 2 years as he gets like a real job and we have 2 incomes and we can get a house and we can like start a family. So as far as a master's program, first off, I want my master's in urban education. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I want to learn about. Like that's the culture I want to service, and that's where I teach, and that's just like what I'm passionate about. No schools offer that online. If you know an online program that offers it, please let me know. I saw like 2 schools that do, but their tuition is nasty, and I'm not even gonna go into like researching it anymore. But around here, University of Cincinnati, their only online programs are curriculum and instruction, no thank you. Administration, no thank you. And I think special education, I love special ed, but I don't want a like entire different career path. The district I work in is very high need, so it tends to be that if you have like a license in administration or special ed or ESL, they can be like, look, you're gonna do this instead of music now. And I really don't want to open up those doors because I love my district, but I really love teaching music, so I don't want to have another license to do something completely different, because if I wanted to be an ESL teacher or a special ed teacher, I would have went to college for that, but I like teaching music, so I really don't want to have another career path open. Instead, I want to learn about urban education so that I can better service my students. So I don't think I'm going to start a master's program, at least for a couple years, unless they come up or someone around here comes up with an urban education master's. I would even go to it in person. I'm actually really disappointed because my university that I got my bachelor's from and where we met, Kent State, they have a really cool urban education program, but it's in person and we live 4 hours away from there, so that's sort of infeasible. So yeah, if you want a whole video on my master's, like looking into it and what I'm thinking and why I'm not going, or how much money I make with coaching and how I make that money, comment below. I will totally do that. But if you have stuck around this whole time, please give us a thumbs up so it can reach more people. It's really nice to have this series of videos with all of us because we're all in different states and we're teaching different, like in different districts, so it's really cool that Megan and them came up with this idea. I really like it. And yeah, subscribe, stick around. You'll get to see more of me, more of the dogs, and probably more of him.
Do I have to do it?
Yeah, you say it.
I don't want to say it.
Okay, we'll say it together. Thank you. Thank you for you look like a muskrat. Is that an animal?
Stop, I need a shave and stuff.
That's when you do this.
Nice.
That's what you look
I
like.
need a haircut too.
Like that. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you want to see those videos in the future.
We gon' walk it out and move.